Hey guys, it's TNA Maxwell here and welcome to episode 84 of TNA Making an Impact. You join us 3 weeks out from TNA Hard Justice as we try to get across the best pay-per-view possible as we're on that brink of a national level. So a lot of our feuds carry on today as we try and make that a stellar card. Of course, a little bit of in between the lines is on the show as well as we try and push forward little hints to where we're going as well for Bound for Glory, of course, our version of WrestleMania. So it's 17 segments, quite a few matches, quite a few angles, and a debutant on the show. Wouldn't be a TNA save without me bringing another person in, so debutant as well. I'm interested to know what you guys think of this guy that's going to be debuting. And yeah, just hope you guys enjoy what hopefully would be a very good show, a show of opportunity. Let's go. So we start off with a sellout, 8,000 in the Huntington Centre in Toledo. And it's the 50% owner of TNA who starts the show, Brandy Reynolds. And she says, I think we need to get a bit of opportunity in this show. We need to give people a chance to shine in the main event, to see what they can do for us. So tonight, we're going to take a few people who we all know have issues against each other, and we're going to pair them up against each other and have ourselves a 6-person tag match. So it is going to be the team of Fergal Devitt, the champion. He is going to team with Jay Lethal and Becky Knox, and they're going to take on AJ Styles, the TNA X Division champion TJ Perkins, and Brittany Knight. I have no idea what that says, F7, but that is our main event match, a 6-person tag match, giving people opportunity in the spotlight. A C65, 2 storylines advance for this segment, and it gets the show off to a strong start with a solid main event. So we have kind of X Division action to start with. It's a poor match that sees Jesse defeat Trevor Lee, again building Jesse up, making him great. Not again because I don't know if he was great to start with. But D47, good match up there for this level they're at. Trevor Lee's getting a little bit stale, but he's someone again that will push in the long run. So a good match up here puts Jesse over. Still a few negatives. This was our storytelling match of the day. Next up, we've got a hype video to promote our new signee who has next to no pop in America, which has saw us for the first time in God knows how long get a 0 rated segment, and it is the debut of the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. So Pete Dunne is going to be in TNA. The guy had an F- hype video. Obviously nobody knows who he is, so it's time for Pete Dunne to make an impact here in TNA. And it was an abysmal match. Pete Dunne gets the win over Tigrano in 5 minutes and 51 seconds. E plus 30. Got to start from the bottom. Old school heel gimmick. Got an above average rating. Pete Dunne was off his game, so that's not a good start. The crowd killed a little bit. A 14 rating, but of course we're literally building him up from absolutely scratch. And hopefully, as I say, he can become a solid worker down the line. Poor psychology, bit of inconsistency. Good at being a heel, which is a surprise because obviously in real life he's really good as a heel. But as I say, we've got to start them from somewhere, and hopefully he can be a good player as time goes on. Next up, we had a women's matchup in the Knockouts division. Rosemary defeating Jade in 6:47 with the Olympic Slam, keeping Rosemary looking very strong. C61, a 64 performance from Rosemary was outstanding. Our Knockouts champion. And yeah, only negative there was a poor gimmick for Jade, but yeah, good match up there in our Knockouts division. They're slowly but surely improving. And after the match up, she basically cuts a promo just saying she's the Knockouts champion, but why is all the attention going on Brittany Knight and Becky Knox? She's the champ, she's going to beat all comers, and if she needs to beat up the 2 of them, she'll show she's the most dangerous knockout in TNA Impact Wrestling. So C65 for Rosemary's promo. Obviously very disgusted at the way things are going. Next up, tag team action. It was a decent matchup that saw the Wolves defeat the Tribunal in 8:29. David Richards pinning Basil Baraka with a Tiger Bomb. C plus 66 does the job, gives a good win to the Wolves who've had a little rough time of it lately. 2 strong performances from them, good ratings. It got the crowd hotter. Could the Wolves hopefully be finding their feet again after a few weeks of kind of tension? Are they still going to be on the same page as they look to become tag team champs once again? Next up, talking of the tag team, we have the ever dangerous tag team Abyss and Doomsday. They defeated Mandrews and Joe Coffey in 353. Technically a debut for Joe Coffey, although he was just going to be an enhancement talent here. He debuted a badass gimmick, which is very good, but the win is Doomsday. Gets the win with the Tombstone Piledriver, a C-56, and it makes them look absolutely dominant in this matchup. We then have Matt and Jeff on the promo, on the Titantron cut the promo, sorry, and it basically says they are back at the Hardys compound. You know, they will get their retribution on Doomsday and Abyss, and they say if they want to take Broken Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy on, they can face them at the, as I say, the Hardys compound. So a B-76. Jeff improvised well, and the storyline improved. Back to the ring though, Abyss and Doomsday literally just say to them they'll fight on their own terms, but they will only decide to go to the compound if the higher power decides that that's where they go. So who is this higher power? Who is above Abyss and Doomsday? It's a C plus 71, and it makes you think if these two weren't dangerous enough together, then you know, who is this person that is the higher power above them? It leaves a lot to ponder. And a good promo there, a C plus 71. Next up, we had a decent matchup that saw Ricochet defeat Magnus in 10:22 with the standing shooting star press. C plus 67. Good ratings, 64 for Ricochet, 62 for Magnus, and a good win for the King of Flight. However, after the matchup, he's celebrating. Stu Barrett, after the shocking defeat last week, decides to run in and he knocks the crap out of Ricochet with a bullhammer. So he sends him flying to the ground, and he just says, "You got lucky last week, but never again." So C plus 66 rating there. The underdog storyline has started with this angle. Next up, with the BC coming down to do colour commentary for the next matchup, the tag team champs. Get a C64 as they look to scout potential challengers going forward. And there's a matchup between the former tag team champions Brian Cage and Mike Bennett against the makeshift team of Adam Cole and Samoa Joe. And it was about that had great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd as Adam Cole and Samoa Joe defeated Brian Cage and Mike Bennett in 15-19 when Samoa Joe defeated Mike Bennett by submission with a Coquina clutch. A B80, a good win for Cole and Joe. In this case, as again, it's teasing a bit of tension between Brian Cage and Mike Bennett, and good amount of improvements there from Joe and Brian Cage as well. A few negatives, chemistry, motivation. Overall, I'm happy with that. This will then lead us into our main event. As I say, there wasn't really anything else to add to that previous segment. It was really just a case of, you know, teasing the tension between Cage and Bennett. BC obviously are looking to see who they're going to be facing. Could it be a team of Joe and Adam Cole? Possibly they could team up, you know, but of course Samoa Joe is still wondering where is the whereabouts of the national championship. Bata still hasn't been seen since he lost that champion versus champion match. But for a main event, we get Fergal and Becky backstage. Obviously we know that they obviously a long history together, Becky being Fergal's protege in this game and a WWE one, so just basically them having a little moment just saying it's good to see you again, it's good to be able to team up just like the old days. That's a B79, it's a good segment that hopefully can give Becky a little boost in pop. Fergal coming across well, Becky underperforming. The main event does the job. I wasn't expecting it to be absolutely outstanding, but as I say, we don't need massive scores to gain pop everywhere, so it was a good chance for some of our other athletes to gain some pop here. And it was about the hard, great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd as the team of Fergal Devitt, Jay Lethal and Becky Knox defeated AJ Styles, TJ Perkins and Britannia Knight in 15:52 when TJ lost after Jay Lethal pinned him with a flying elbow drop. So that's a B-76. The baby faces prevail. 58 for Becky's okay, 64 for Britannia's really good, TJ Perkins okay in there, and the usual Fergal Devitt amazing, but it can take two storylines forward, gaining them some heat. No skill improvements, and overall, as I say, I'm happy with that. Fix my mic there. Happy with that. As I say, you get the champion looking strong with a win. Perkins has obviously had a lot of upper hands over Lethal, so it's good to see him get some retribution, and it puts the spotlight on the knockouts as well. At the end of the show, well, this pin's happening. AJ Styles has run away. Fergal Devitt wants to get his hands on him. But AJ Styles is prepared for this. He sees a waiting car, dives into it. He skates off, and Fergal Devitt is left behind, basically wanting to get his hands on AJ, but will have to wait another week. So B-74 teasing up for what could be a massive matchup between Devitt and Styles at Hard Justice. As I say, not our biggest show in terms of pop. In fact, we actually only gained popularity in 12 regions instead of the usual 23. So maybe we might have to revisit that formula. We'll try to get 80 odd matches in terms of rating going forward. But I feel like it gives a good idea of where we're going into Hard Justice. So we're going to be looking at Becky versus Brittany, but could there be an influence as well from Rosemary? Of course, we're going to be looking at Devitt versus AJ. What's next for Samoa Joe? What's next in the tag division? You know, what's going on between the American Wolves? Where is Shibata? So many questions. 2 weeks to hopefully find some answers. As I say, of course, Stu Barrett and Ricochet, their little feud as well. Overall, happy with that. Gains us a bit of pop. Gets us a little bit closer, as I continually say, to National. So look here. Alex Shelley to go to Dragon Gate. NXT, I've got Jake the Snake. And yeah, can't argue with that. Oh, rating was a 5.95. AJ Styles like Ricochet. Pete Dunne just doesn't get it, says Nick Jackson. Matt Hardy doesn't like him either, so could the Bruiser wait already be on his way out? But I'm interested to see. Good little change in his pop already. So again, maybe about 8 pop there in America. So hopefully we build him up. It's going to be slowly but surely. But I say he's went from 2 pop to 8 pop, so he's going to get there over a good period of time. But happy with it. It's not going to be the greatest TNA show ever, but we've got to build talents up from the ground. As I say, a lot of these will be leaving going forward. And if we look at size, yeah, just need to keep doing that. Just need to keep getting those 63s up. I do imagine we should be a national company well before Bound for Glory. So guys, as always, thank you for watching. It's much appreciated. What did you think of tonight's show? Are you happy with the card that looks like it's going to be going forward into Hard Justice? If you get any predictions of what you think the card will be, please let me know in the comment section below. As always, any likes, comments, subscriptions are always deeply appreciated. As I say, any thoughts on your own saves, please let me know how you're getting on. If you're TNA yourself, if you started maybe afresh with the new way TNA is going, who would you be looking to bring in? Let me know that as well. And say any guys, please just let me know. So come in the comment section. You can tweet me on Twitter at 21Maxwell. If you just want to get involved in the game, you can get it on the Grey Dog Software website with about £25 and also a free demo that is 2 months of playability. And of course, you can get a lot of mods, etc., graphics, you name it, on that website as well. And a lot of other Booker stuff is available, whether it be written or whether it be YouTube stuff. A lot of great guys on the Fantasy Bookers subreddit. Nice little community on there. Definitely recommend you check that out. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time, as we're just a few weeks away from Hard Justice. Take it easy. Bye-bye.